Memorial Day was just here, which means it is the start of the summer here in Iowa. And if you're moving here, you're probably curious as to what Iowans are doing to prepare for summer. Well, luckily you found this video because that is what we're going to cover today. And on this channel, we try to cover everything of what it's like to live in Iowa. So you're going to want to stick around for this one. And at the very beginning, we're going to talk about Iowans planting their summer garden. Yes, that is something that happens quite often here, me and myself included. I love to garden here in the summer. We have great soil for it. The weather is really great for it, and most people prepare their garden come around Mother's Day is usually when people start planting, and it's the perfect time to do that. This year I've got onions, garlic, tomatoes, peppers, snap peas, corn, of course corn. We're in Iowa, so I have a lot going on with that, and a lot of people really like to. So what do people do with that garden at the end of the year? Well, personally, I love to can salsa. I love to make a lot of fresh stuff with the corn, a lot of fresh stuff with the tomatoes, and it's just really cool to kind of supplement our grocery bill and prolong some of it. I mean, we just harvested our garlic and it was over 70 heads of garlic, and we're going to use that all year round because it lasts a long time. So moving to Iowa, you're going to see a lot of people talk about their gardens, and if that's something that you like, well, you're gonna get it prepared right before summer hits. Now, as much as we love living here in Iowa, even us Iowans enjoy taking a vacation. And when summer hits, that's when we start really planning our summer vacation. So what does a vacation look like in Iowa? Well, the old saying goes, anywhere east and west on the I-80, that's where our vacation is. But to be honest with you, we like to get out of the state of Iowa every now and then too. And if you're moving to the state and you're thinking, hey, I'm gonna take a lot of summer vacations, well, you may wanna be close to a bigger airport. And where are those airports in Iowa? Well, here in Davenport, the closest one is our Moline one, actually in Illinois, but just right across the river. You have the Des Moines Airport, which is another big airport. But besides that, there isn't a ton of big airports. So if you're moving here and summer vacation is important to you, you're gonna wanna find out where those airports are because you may have some travel time in between. Again, we love living here, but we also love to take vacations elsewhere, to the mountains, to the beaches, which are a little bit lacking here in the state. And when summer hits, that's when people are really planning those summer vacations because the kids are out of school and it's time to really get out and enjoy the weather. When summer comes around, Iowans are preparing themselves for the insects. What insects specifically? Well, of course, you got the mosquitoes, but you also have the little black gnats that just seem to like crowd your face all the time. In fact, we're right now in that season. So how do people prepare for it? Well, of course, they load up on the bug spray, and one specifically I brought with me. Give me 1 second. It is called Bug Soother. I don't know if you can see that. This stuff is absolutely amazing for those little black gnats because it will repel them like crazy. I just sprayed some on. 2 minutes later, they are not bothering me. And it adds a good scent to it. It has lemongrass oil in it. So it's really, really good for that. I will say though, this is not the best for mosquitoes. If you want to get rid of mosquitoes, you're gonna wanna get something with DEET in it. But as Iowans prepare for the summer, they're going out and buying their bug soother and whatever kind they like for the mosquitoes. But if you're not one to want to spray stuff on you, we also get prepared by doing citronella candles, say that 5 times fast, and of course the torches and other devices that people really like to use. So moving to Iowa, we have the bugs. At the beginning of the summer is the time to prepare for it. Maybe go get yourself one of these bug soother bottles, which I believe, I was talking to a friend, they actually have an upgraded version of this called Bug Soother Max. So check it out. Now, if the bugs are not enough to keep you away from the state and you're still thinking about moving here, I would love to be the one to help you out to find that perfect community for you and your family. So if you're moving here and you need some help, give me a call. I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Iowa. My number is popping up down below. Give me a call. I am the one that answers all those phone calls, emails, and text messages. Now in Iowa, you may be surprised to find out that some people actually have pools here. You'd think half of the seasons we don't have a need for a pool, which you are correct. The winter, spring, and fall are not ideal, but for the summer, a lot of people love their pools, and at the beginning, they are getting prepared for that by doing all the maintenance work on their pools. Now, me growing up and me currently, I've never had a pool. So when I was growing up, we would always prepare for the pool season by getting our family passes to the community pool. I absolutely loved it when I was growing up. It was just a small town, little pool built way long ago, probably not the safest, but it was a lot of fun. I was there almost every single day getting super tan to the point where it's probably a little bit dangerous, but I'm still here and I absolutely love those summer days. And the first day of summer was the best when that pool opened. So people are preparing for pool season when summer hits, whether it's their own pool or they're going to a community pool. Either way, we love the pools around here. What does summer bring when it comes to food? Well, summer brings a lot of barbecues, and with barbecues, you're gonna need a couple things. Obviously, you're gonna need a grill and a source of fuel. So at the very beginning of the summer, Iowans are going out and getting their propane tanks either filled or exchanged for new ones. And it's kind of a summer ritual in my aspect of things, because that's what I always used to do when I had a propane. But now I've switched over to charcoal, and I actually love charcoal way better. It is a little bit more of a hassle, and having to go buy the charcoal briquettes, it seems like more often, but the flavor that you get off of charcoal versus propane is much better in my opinion. But either way, at the beginning of summer, Iowans are getting out, getting their fuel, whichever kind you choose, and preparing for the summer barbecues, because it's a great time to spend with friends and family and just hang around outside and enjoy the beautiful weather that the summer brings. Now, if Iowans aren't preparing for their vacation and they're not out barbecuing, what else are they doing? Well, luckily here in Iowa, there is a ton of events that go on during the summer, because during the winter, it's a little bit lacking. You know, you either have to be inside bundled up and warm or not doing much of anything else. But in the summer, we kind of go all out. So what does the summer events kind of look like? Well, you have things like farmers markets really ramping up. I love our local farmer market here in Davenport. It has the best veggies, has the best arts and crafts, all the great things that a farmer's market has, ours has, and it's here. But you also have one in Des Moines, which is great. But on a smaller scale, even the small towns are gonna have great farmers markets, and people are getting out and enjoying those farmers markets. Other things going on that I think of when it comes to Iowa summers is 4th of July. Of course, 4th of July is celebrated everywhere in the United States, but in Iowa, it seems a little extra special to me. My hometown, small town, 1,500 people, they had a 4th of July parade that went right through town. I remember being in the parade, being on top of the fire trucks. Sometimes I was in the band. Yes, I was a band kid, but I would march down, play the instruments, be a part of it. And when I was even younger, I got to collect all the candy that people were throwing out. So it's just a great memory for me. And then on top of that, our small town would also prepare by a fireworks show. And the cool thing about the fireworks show is all donated money from the previous year, and every year they seem to get bigger and better, which is cool to see, because the community super supports the fireworks show. And it's not going to be anything that you would expect from the big city, but it's still cool to see. And even in the big city, like here in Davenport, they have things like Red, White, and Boom, which is a bigger event that they shoot the fireworks out on the Mississippi, which is right behind me. So it's cool to see, and you can see it from a long ways away. And if it's not just an event, we have summer baseball, which again brings back great memories for me. I was a baseball player growing up, and that is the season for T-ball, high school, all through the different levels of baseball. The tournaments are going on, and it's a great time as a youngster to hang out with your friends, and as a parent, it's a great time to be outside and seeing all your kids playing baseball and or softball if that's what you like. So it's a great time to do that. And the biggest thing about Iowa specifically is the county and the state fairs. Here in Davenport, we have the Mississippi County Fair. It's a absolutely great one. They get some great talent there. Just a couple years ago, they had Pitbull as one of the headliners, so they get some great talent. And then the state fair is a whole nother level where they get some awesome acts in there. They have apparently some of the best food, and I say apparently because it's probably not the best for you, but it does taste pretty good. So those are the type of events that go on during the summer, and people just really get prepared for that right at the beginning because it comes around every single year. So those are just a couple of examples of events that happen in Iowa that people prepare for because it's something that happens every single year and they absolutely enjoy it. And you know what summer means to me personally as a lifelong Iowan? It really means more spending time with my family. Yes, we prepare for it all summer long. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and during the summers was the best time for me because I got to spend so much time with her, my dad, all the time. We were together because we're not having to go to school, and I just bring back a lot of memories of growing up in Iowa and preparing for the summer to be with the family. Now, does my parents say they probably want me to go to school? Yeah, probably, but regardless, it brings back great memories of being with the family, and I think a lot of Iowans feel the same way when it comes to the summertime. Now, if you're thinking, I want to move to Iowa, well, you're in luck. I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Iowa, and I'd love to help you find out that community that will fit all of your needs for you and your family. So give me a call. My number is popping up down below. I am the one that answers all those phone calls, emails, and text messages. And if you're curious what the state of Iowa looks like, well, check out this Iowa vlog where I cover the entire state of Iowa.